JD Temple here. It's a beautiful Sunday, and I'm really glad for anybody that can join us today. Um, I really woke up happy, and it's been really pleasant and really sunny and really bright, beautiful Sunday afternoon today. And I know that there's some people going through a lot of certain things right now regarding the past and regarding moving forward and moving regarding letting go of things. And so that's what I really wanted to talk about very quickly today on this video. Is really I wanted to bring that awareness um, and to be in the moment regarding the past and letting go of things from the past, whether it be something that is seemingly rather insubstantial, or some of the darker, deeper things that we have to go into and let go of, as part of doing shadow work, which a lot of us, especially if we're in the left-hand path, are consistently doing shadow work. Especially if you are someone that is in the the if you want to call it the plant medicine world. I don't want to call it, a lot of people don't really want to consider it that or call it that, but the plant medicine world, a lot of people are doing a lot of shadow work there too. And this is just something that really is a never-ending cycle of progression, of shedding your skin, of peeling back those layers of things that no longer serve you, to really get to the core of who you are, to really get to the core of some things that may have happened in the past that have molded and shaped you in ways that you're unaware of, that may be causing friction in your life, or maybe causing you um, some issues moving forward in life. So I want to just really have everybody to consider, if you are going through some of this right now. Let me plug my phone in too. um, where you're being plagued by your past, and I've been there, and it sucks. um, and when you're in that, when you're living that, you really can't move forward in any kind of way. um, your magic will be stifled, that's for freaking sure. And then you will find that everything and nothing in life really falls into place, right? And everything is just a little more frustrating than it should be. Um, Letting go of things that are no longer serving you, or letting go of things that you have no control over anymore, especially things that have happened in the past. I was big on this, and I went through a divorce several years ago, a woman that I was married to for, or with for almost 20 years, and I've got three small daughters, and I totally had to destroy that whole dream that once was this beautiful family. Um, and I was carrying around this shame and guilt and surrounding that this past event, and I was allowing it to absolutely destroy and kill me, and I could not move forward from it. I could not move past it, no matter how much I got my apologies accepted and got forgiveness from my ex-wife and from my children, and all of that stuff. I still just I was not allowing myself to let it go, and therefore I was not allowing myself to live. I was not allowing myself to be happy. I was refusing to allow myself to be happy because I was refusing to let go of these past events, and I was dragging it around, and allowing it to poison every well of my life, poisoning other relationships, poisoning my magic, poisoning my career, poisoning my ability to function. And a lot of people are I think this really don't stop to consider like what is it, what cross are you bearing, if you want to look at it like that, and what do you really need to be bearing it anymore? Like, what is it serving you to bear this cross? It's probably not serving you much at all. Um, for a lot of people, it's hard to let go of certain traumas, and it's like because those traumas like do become that cross that they bear, and it does become something that becomes like a comfort zone or like a security blanket in many ways. So then like there's like a whole nother rabbit hole that you can go down with this stuff, but you just have to be ready. Like, you have to be ready to be willing to like live present in this moment, in this reality, and to show up for it, and to take the good with the bad, to like feel the pain and be willing to feel the pain with the joy. And like being present and living in this reality is painful, period. It's gonna be fucking painful. We know this. Um, can we make it better? Yes, we can certainly make it better. And a big part of what I have found for being happy, just like for being happy overall, is forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself and not living in the past and not dragging this shit along with you and continuing to do so, knowing that it's not serving you. And I know it hurts, and I know that it's painful, and I know that like sometimes it's like even scary to like let go of this pain, because like that might be all that you have left of like a certain situation or a certain individual, even, is this pain. And it's like this past these past energies, if you want to call them, like carrying them around. And like, so what can you do to remedy this? Like, magically, cord cutting. Cord cutting is a big one, and you can do that in all different types of ways. There's like not magic rituals that you can do. There's spirits that you can work with. Energy healing works great for these kind of things. Anything that you can do to like heal your aura. But like a big thing though is to just like sit with yourself, to sit with yourself in meditation. And for a lot of people, like just doing this for 5 minutes is hard. It's hard for me too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sitting with yourself is a tough one, especially when you got like a lot of distractions. I mean, we always have like all these temptations and all these distractions with like the TV and freaking YouTube and like work and commitments and kids and relationships and spouses and stuff. It can be very, very hard, very, very, very challenging. But I mean that is, I have come to find that like that is the number one thing that stifles my magic, that stifles my spiritual progression, is carrying on and holding on to the past. Like a lot of my memories, like I really feel like there's a reason why my memory sucks so bad, and I can't remember a lot of things. Um, and I'm a person that gets very, very emotional in the moment too. Like so. Just let me break this down for you. Like, so I used to go with my ex-wife and her family and my kids to the beach for like 2 weeks every year. And on the last day of that beach trip, sorry, my alarm was going off. On the last day, as we would be packing up and we would be like getting ready to leave and like head back home, I would always stand there and like stare at the ocean for a few moments, and just about 9 times out of 10, I would always have a very emotional moment and I would cry, and like something would always just like, it was like my way of like really appreciating it and then like letting that moment go, not holding on to it anymore. And like it sucks in a way because like a lot of that shit, like I can't remember it, but it's almost like that part of me back then knew that I wasn't going to be able to remember this now. And so I had to like grieve that moment then, back then, and I cried then, not knowing that like you're not going to remember this, so you got to let it go now. but feeling and inherently knowing deep within that this was that last final moment and that I need to grieve it now and let it go. Thank you, Patchwork. I appreciate it so much for the super chat. Patchwork said this reminds me of some lessons that you had to learn when going through the Moon Gate in the Simon Necronomicon a while back, as far as letting go with the past and moving on. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you for that super chat. And it is like also important, y'all. Like it's hard to know that things happen in life that you're responsible for that like affect other people's lives, whether you love them or not, whether you care for them deeply or not, but especially if you care for them deeply. Like, we carry these things around with us from these experiences and these situations, and like the more that we love, the harder we love, like the harder it is for us to let these things go. And sometimes we like refuse to let it go. And like, if I think that like if we could look at ourselves, and like if you could see yourself like through spiritual eyes, you could like a lot of us would be looking like hoarders, you know, like the show Hoarders, like spiritual fucking hoarders, that we're like hoarding all of this trauma, hoarding all of these past events and past things that are like that are not serving us, that are tearing us apart, that are preventing us from living our best in life possible. But we find ourselves like dwelling on it. We find ourselves ruminating on these things. We find ourselves like beating ourselves up over and over and over and over and over again, and like dragging yourselves through the coals over and over and over again for crap that happened years ago, for crap that happened when you were a different person, for crap that happened when you weren't as a spiritually mature person, you know, in the spiritual and in the mundane. You know, every day that goes by, we grow, and like beating yourself up for things that you did like when you were an entirely different person, you know, you got to let it go. And then too, like, I know forgiveness is not a very popular topic here, like in the magical community, and I get it, you know, like for a lot of people, throwing curses and things out there like that is a big part of like letting go and healing. So if that's your thing, to each his own, like whatever you need to do for you to like let it go. But the main thing is though is like let it go. Like whatever you need to do to let things go, let it go. You need to do the cord cutting, let it go. You need to evoke a certain spirit and get them to assist you to let the shit go, let it go. You need to sing and scream and dance and screw your brains out and with your partner or whatever it needs to be done to let it go, let it go. If you need to call that person that you care about that you had issues with years ago so that you can both like flesh it out and lay it all out there and talk about these issues and like either forgive each other or not, then like do that. Whatever you need to do to like not continue to carry around this shit and like drag it around with you, sooner the better, because you don't have to live like that and you don't need to live like this. um, you know, like there will be days, or there have been days in my life, especially when I was drinking a lot, where you know, like every like that, like I was absolutely living 5 years ago. I was living in 2017 in my mind, and in 2018, and like thinking about like everywhere I went wrong, and every which a way I had failed my daughters, and every which a way that I had failed to do this and that and this and that and this and that, and then just kind of like wanting to just like crucify myself for it every single day and like sit in it and wallow in it, and then like just to try to like drink the misery away. But like just because I had like caused my daughters, or because I feel like I had caused my daughters so much pain, I guess I feel like that I need to continue to like punish myself. That like I'm not done yet. You're not done yet, JD. You got to keep punishing yourself. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And you just get like lost in that, and it's really hard to find a way out when you really feel like you've done certain things that are inexcusable or unforgivable, or especially when it like comes to your kids, especially when it comes to like bonds that are like so freaking deep that you couldn't even like begin to try to explain how deep that bond is. um, but it's okay. You know, we all fuck up. We all do things that we are ashamed of, that we regret. We all do things that aren't us in the moment. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I haven't been able to talk on the chat much. The chat kind of pops up and goes back and out. But hey, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. And I'm doing really well. I'm doing great. Um, but you know, like these are the kind of things people like that seriously like that we need to consider. Like with all of this magical work that we do, like don't forget about your everyday mundane life and reality, and like how that complements your magical life, and like how that goes part and parcel, and how you do need to be concerned with a lot of these kind of issues, and that they do need to be something that you do need to be looking at, because it's going to hinder your progress magically. And so these kind of things are, you know, working on yourself. Lucifer can certainly help you with that. And I would say, hey, that's the kind of guy that you want to be hitting up, that is going to lead you in the right direction there. Um, but just quit, you know, don't feel like that you absolutely have to continue to carry around this weight, this energy of the past, because you don't have to. You really do not have to, and you can let it go. And you can even use that magically, energetically, as a potent catalyst in your magic. If there's something that you're finally ready to let go of, build yourself up into a frenzy emotionally over it. In every way that you can, express yourself artistically, musically, sexually, whatever, however you want to do it. I would really incorporate every single element of every emotional everything that you can, to really lay everything out on the line regarding whatever this is, and just expend every ounce of emotional energy, memory, anything that you have left within you, so that you can then finally let it go. And I love using fire for rituals like this. Burning of intentions is great. Sarah loves to do that. Burning of intentions, the burning of written intentions. For me, I think that's always been something I've done for years and years. I haven't done it in a while, but I used to do that a lot with Azazel specifically. Um, and that's a great one for letting things go. Um, and don't be afraid. You know, again, like a lot of people are afraid to let things go, even when it's not serving them, even when it's bad for them. And if you need help with that, reach out to your friends, reach out to me for a consultation, whatever you need to do in order to get it from in here and get it out there, you know, where it belongs. It doesn't belong inside of there anymore. Like you decide what you want to keep and what you want to drag around. Hopefully you're not dragging anything around. Hopefully everything is like fitting very nicely, um, and that everything acclimates and seats into place nicely as far as your energetic body and your aura goes. Mm. But that was like really what was been on my mind, what I wanted to jump on here and talk about. Because like I said, like I do find that I mean our connection, I know, is not as strong as it used to be, people, and I'm sorry, it's my fault. But I still love you, and I'll be here more often so that we can get together more, and that we will have that connection once again, and it'll be super strong. But I do still feel all of you very, very intensely. And that's when I do feel these things. That's when I do just kind of like drop everything and I want to make a video about it, because I do feel that a lot of us are going through a lot of these same kind of things. And I love you guys. And if I can whatever I'm sharing, if that can benefit any of you in any kind of way and like make your day just a little bit better, then hey, that's fucking awesome. So that's what I'm all about, baby. So thank you guys and girls and people and everyone. Sorry for the crazy videos the other night. You may enjoy them, you may not enjoy them. I just like to kind of like share of myself genuinely and like show you guys me living life and the way that I do it and the ways that I do it. Um, some people like that, some people don't. But either way, I just like to make content that I like to enjoy making. And so if it's for you, great. And if it's not, that's okay too. Maybe some of my other videos will be some things that you like. Um, but if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. If you are in need of any magical services, I am definitely your man. If it comes to shamanic energy healing, custom magical ritual work, consultations, talisman, amulets, all types of black magical ritual work, incubus and succubus direct bindings, hit me up at my website, jdtemple.info. jdtemple.info. One more time, it's jdtemple.info. That's right. I love you people. I'll be back very, very, very soon. Thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate all of everybody that was here that's contributing to the chat and being an active participants. I really, really, really appreciate that so freaking much. That makes everything work so much better, so we can all share with each other and share that love, share that energy, share that information. Love you all, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for being here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Smell my face. Smell it good. Love ya. Bye, guys.